Welcome back. This is Introduction to Google Ads, just the very basics, give you an understanding of how it all works. My name is Corey Prince. I've been doing Google Ads campaigns for my business for well over 10,000 hours of experience for my real estate business since 2010. And I'm excited to have you here to check out the course, to check out sort of how everything works. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through the basics and explain everything for you. So grab a cup of coffee, grab a cup of tea, give yourself a pat on the back for learning something new or improving a skill that you already have and want to improve. And let's get started. So introduction to Google Ads. Here's what we're going to cover. Overview of Google Ads, how Google Ads works, benefits for businesses, some real world success stories, as well as a course overview to give you an idea of what's coming next and what you can expect to learn as far as outcomes. So as always, go to googleleadshub.com/newsletter for important updates regarding the course. Follow me on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok for exclusive content, often new things that I'm thinking of or new things that I'm testing. I'll put there first. So definitely go there, YouTube specifically. At Corey Prince, Google Ads across the board there. And share this course. Let's literally start a revolution and change the world. I know that sounds pretty hyperbolic, but honestly, Google Ads has been just a complete game changer for my family and for my business. It allows us to get in front of potential clients and show them what we offer. And without that, there is no business. So share the course and help other people out and help yourself out too. Warning, this is the most important video in the entire course at the present time. So do not skip, watch the entire video and don't fast forward. Pro tip, as I do oftentimes, watch the video in double speed if you'd like to save some time. So overview of Google Ads. What Google Ads is. So effectively, Google Ads is an online advertising platform by Google. So whenever you're on a tablet or a smartphone or a computer and you go to google.com or google.ca or google. Whatever country you're in and search there, that is where Google Ads will show us in those results. The different types of Google Ads, there's search ads, display ads, video, and shopping ads. They all have their purpose. They all have their use. Search ads are the ones that I've done the most with and had the most success with. So that's when you search something like XYZ widgets on Google, wherever you do, whether it's a smartphone, a tablet, or a desktop, it doesn't matter. And then an ad comes up on that first page and it has sort of like XYZ widgets near me or XYZ widgets for an inexpensive price. That is a Google search ad. The really powerful thing about Google search ads is they have search intent. So instead of like a Facebook ad where you're just looking on Facebook and you have a particular interest of maybe XYZ widgets, but you're not actively looking for it right now, Google search, you're actively looking for it right now. Super, super powerful when it comes to getting your offer or getting your product or services in front of customers who are looking to buy now. It's a pay-per-click model. So effectively, advertisers only pay per click. You get to show your ads for free. So you do not pay per impression. An impression is when an ad shows up in front of somebody. That's totally free. Your name, your brand, your whatever your offer is just gets shown to thousands or tens or millions of people for absolutely free. When somebody clicks that ad and it goes to your landing page or your website or calls you or downloads an app or goes to your product page, whatever it is that you choose, that's what you pay for. So it's a really, really great way to only pay for a specific result, which is somebody taking the next step. So how Google Ads works. It's an auction system. So the ads compete for placement on bids and relevance. And relevance is a really key term in Google Ads. It's one that a lot of people don't understand. They kind of think it's like normal advertising or billboard advertising where you put a billboard for whatever you're selling, you show it to everybody, and a tiny person or tiny fraction of those people will actually be interested in what you're offering, because it's not targeted, it's just throwing everything at a wall and seeing what sticks. So relevance is the name of the game with Google. So when you go on Google and you search XYZ widgets, the ad that shows better say XYZ widgets, or better say something that's aligned with what that person's searching for, or Google's going to deem it not relevant, and it's going to eventually stop showing it no matter how much you as an advertiser are willing to pay. I know that shocks some people. They think, well, Google will just take your money. It's not true. Google does $100 to $200 billion in advertising sales per year. And the reason people go to Google is because when you go there and you quickly search what you're looking for, they deliver it to you very fast. They don't show you a bunch of spam. They effectively show you what you're looking for. And if those ads match what you're looking for, people don't really care if it's an ad versus an organic result. They just want what they want. So Google's value is really built on the fact that they deliver what the consumer wants, and they do it for free. And then, of course, they sell advertising space, which is one way they make money. Ad rank, so factors that determine ad placement, including bid amount, quality score, and expected impact of extensions. So I'll go through those one at a time. So ad rank is basically how you rank in the advertising auction in real time. So ad placement, meaning where it's going to appear on the page, spot 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way going down, or it's on the second page, which is basically purgatory. You want to be on the first page in Google. Including the bid amount, so how much you're willing to pay per click or per conversion or per impression, whatever thing that you're actually bidding on. Quality score is basically, it's your expected click-through rate. So the percentage of people that see your ad that click it, so what the expected click-through rate of your ad's going to be. The relevance of your ad and your landing page experience when somebody clicks through and lands on that page. That's going to determine your quality score. And the expected impact of extensions. Extensions are the items that are below your ad, which you can add on to in a bunch of different ways, which we'll go into a lot more further detail further on in the course. So ad components, the basics are keywords, ad groups, campaigns, and how they interact. So the hierarchy goes campaign, ad group, keyword. So campaign's the top hierarchy level, ad group is next, and then keyword is next. The way you structure those is going to have a gigantic impact on your success, on the relevance of your ads to the people searching them, and what landing page you direct them to as well. So the benefits for businesses, search market share is between 80 and 93% worldwide. Some people think it's a little less. In the 80s, I think it's probably closer to the high 80s or the 90s at the time of this recording. But that means that, let's say it's 80%, let's say it's on the low end. 4 out of 5 searches on the internet are on Google. Like that is the market. That's an absolutely crazy stat, but it's true. And if you're listening to this and you're thinking of doing Google ads, or you're wanting to improve your agency that already does Google ads, what you're thinking is, yeah, I go on Google as well. Everybody listening to this and everybody interacting with this also does the same thing, 4 out of 5. So I remember when Google came out in the 90s, in the late 90s, and Yahoo was around. And I used to search on Yahoo because Google wasn't around yet. And I heard of Google, so I went to Google and I searched, and the results were really good. And I was like, wow, that's pretty amazing. I went back to Yahoo because that's where I was always going. So I just went back to what was familiar, and I searched a similar keyword phrase. And it was just spammy stuff that had no relevance to what I was searching. That was the last time I ever searched using a search engine like Google or using a search engine like Yahoo versus Google. It was the last time I ever did it. So it really shows how important relevance is. And the market has spoken. Google is the search portal for sure. So another benefit is targeted advertising, reaching specific audiences based on search terms, location, interests, and more. That's another really powerful concept or reason to use Google Ads is targeting. So you can target when they're searching for specific terms. Obviously, that gives you an idea into the window of what they're thinking. Location, where they're searching. If you're an in-person business where they need to visit you, you need to target people that actually can visit your company or business on in person. Interests. So what they're interested in. There's other things too. There's demographics. There's all sorts of things that you can factor in and you can search by and you can target by, which makes the overall message that you're sending to the person who's going to see the ad more relevant to them and more targeted to them. There's a misconception that people don't like advertising. People don't like advertising that's wrong. People don't like advertising that's spam. If I am looking for a particular part for my car and an ad pops up that has that part for a better price with a ton of reviews at a reputable company, I'm not mad that that's an ad. I'm actually happy that it solves my problem. And I would say you're probably the same too. So measurable results, tracking performance metrics such as clicks, impressions, and conversions. That is one of the most important things with Google Ads versus traditional analog advertising like bus benches or print media like newspapers or billboards, is that you can attribute sales or leads to specific keyword phrases specifically. What that means is if you're putting $2,000 a month into your Google Ads campaign, or 200 or whatever the number is, and you can attribute 3 sales to it that brought in 300 per sale, you know your exact return on investment or loss. So you actually can make educated decision based on what's being profitable for your business in real time. And those decisions made quicker actually saves you money and increases the revenue for the business. Cost control, setting daily or monthly budgets and adjusting bids for better ROI, return on investment. So this is how I control costs in my campaigns, is I set a daily budget. So let's say you want to spend $300 per month. You just set a $10 a day budget. On average, each month is about 30 days. So no matter what, Google will average over a particular period of time, that $10. One day might be 8, another day might be 13, but they will not charge you more than that 300 over that 30-day period. And it allows the algorithm and allows the ranking within Google Ads to really dial in what it is that it's trying to accomplish for you, which is to get you a particular return on investment or whatever objective you choose in Google Ads. You can also adjust bids based on specific times of day or specific areas or locations. And as time goes on, you'll get better and better data for your campaigns to realize that people searching between this time and this time in this area actually converted a higher amount and give you a lower cost per lead and more profit. So of course, you're going to want to double and triple down on campaigns and on adjusting bids in data points that you find that react like that and actually give you that insight. So some real world success stories are up next.
Over 1 billion people of the world population experience a disability that affects mobility and the ability to travel.
Our purpose at Wheel the World is to make the world accessible and allow people with disabilities and their families and friends to find and book travel experiences and travel without limits.
Reaching the Wheel the World customer is a challenge. Since we appeal to such a specific market, it is crucial for us to implement the best strategy for customers to find us in order for us to earn their trust.
Google Ads is essential in our marketing strategy because in that way we can connect with people that are looking actively for accessible travel. We've been using Google Ads since 2020. Google has played an important role in our marketing strategy, helping us reach the right leads and maximizing the number of bookings. This year, our expected bookings growth is 5 times what it was last year. And that is directly attributable to our investment in Google Ads and HubSpot integration.
We strive to understand our customers and assist them with booking an accessible hotel or adventure excursion at one of our 200 destinations, which is aligned with their needs.
People with disabilities, we have been so challenged to find reliable, accessible information and accessible services in order to travel.
Our mapping team assesses each of our hotel rooms listings for 200 data points of accessibility.
We are proud to play our part as change agents in this world.
Hey, I'm Lucy Aylen, the very proud owner of Never Fully Dressed, a contemporary women's wear brand selling fun, colourful, empowering clothing since 2009. My granddad bought me a sewing machine to start making things that I sold at Portobello Road. From there, the word of mouth buzz grew, and so did we. When I started the market, we didn't have an e-commerce site. I actually remember flyering. Shopify was the obvious choice for us. Everything is designed with marketing integration in mind. It's really important for us to reach as many customers as possible online and fast. You're on Shopify, you've activated your Google channel, and that pulls through all of your inventory straight from Shopify. You then can run ads and puts our product in front of the customer as they search. So you can search for something super general like pink dress for a wedding, or amazing pink, slinky, super flattering, works for breastfeeding dress, never fully dressed will come up. Google now represents over 40% of our online revenue. We've seen an 890% return on ad spend. It's amazing. So we've recently upgraded to Performance Max, and we are able to reach potential customers across the whole Google network. So search, display, and YouTube. We love that it lets us use our assets in more places. We all love an easy life. Anything that's simple for me is key. Google's a one-fit wonder. You can have that for free.
Food in Korean culture, like many traditional cultures, is really centered around the family, the community. It's the essential glue that is really brings, I think, people together. The name of the company, Mother-in-Law's, is an homage to my mother's Korean restaurant that she's had for 30 years. Watching my mother was just a total inspiration of what a woman can do and running a business on her own terms.
That time 한국이 굉장히 살기가 좀 어려웠어. Means 그때 미국에 가면은 아이도 잘 키우고.
If my mother hadn't started the restaurant and had that special kimchi recipe, I wouldn't have been able to take that on as a legacy. And I really wanted people to understand that you can have kimchi not just with Korean food, but it's in the context of anything that you're eating. It was really this sort of being a bridge of traditional recipes and modern current recipes. We started using Google Ads in 2020, and we saw an amazing growth on our online sales. Google Shopping has helped us get us in front of consumers that may not know about mother-in-laws and make it easier for them to find us and to shop for kimchi. Using Google Ad products, we saw 128% growth in sales. I started with 9 jars, and now we're selling 1 million jars nationwide. I still can't believe that we have people trying to find kimchi, and we were there. We're really the category pioneers, and people are able to find us and connect with us through Google Ads and Google Shopping. To be able to really share the authentic story of kimchi, that's really powerful. With each jar of kimchi, I'm sharing my culture, my heritage, my past, and my present and future, and it feels amazing to be able to grow this business.
Welcome back. So yeah, there's a couple success stories. I'm also one too. Like I started in August of 2010 is when I started bidding on Google Ads. And the reason being is I got my real estate license in Canada. And I was living in an area that I wasn't from. So I'd only been there a couple of years, and I had no family. I had some friends, but no family there. And I was about 27. So none of my friends had millions and millions of dollars to buy real estate, which is very expensive in the area that I was living. So I needed to find a way to build a predictable, consistent pipeline of people, prospects, leads that I could offer my services to and convert them into closed transactions and get referrals. So Google Ads is where I started with that, and I've never stopped. I've been doing it since August of 2010 to present time, which is 2024, and I'll continue doing it because the cost per lead and the ability to have just an abundant lead flow of potential clients is totally game changing. There's no business out there that doesn't need prospects and clients. If they're a brick and mortar, they need to come into their store. If they're online, they need them to click the ad or go to their website. And Google Ads having 4 out of 5 searches on the internet being the place where people go, it's just absolutely a game changer. So Let's move on. So the course overview, let me just put this up here. So what students will learn, they're going to learn setting up and managing ads campaigns, optimizing performance, and maximizing ROI. So we're going to go through completely setting up a campaign, structuring it all the way from campaign to ad group to keyword. Then as we get some data and we get some impressions and some clicks, we'll be able to optimize the performance and then eventually start to maximize the return on investment once we have sales or once we have leads. Really powerful stuff. We're going to, the course structure. It basically covers, the modules cover basics all the way to advanced strategies. So the very basics of what is Google Ads, where do people search, what kind of ads can there be, which we're talking about now. And then we'll go into, of course, the more advanced strategies like retargeting, negative keywords, location, all these different things that can really improve your campaign. But I want to start with the simple and the basic first, so you understand the overall foundations and the overall structure of how these campaigns work and what the intent you should be leading or going into them with, of what the end user is going to see. That you want to make it so that the end user, the person seeing your ad, is really compelled and captivated by it, and it's in front of only the people that are really going to benefit from it, and they will knock down your door to purchase your product or try to use your service because it's what they need and what they want. If you're solving a pain point and you can make that pain go away by selling them something or offering them a service, they're actually going to be happy to give you money as opposed to you having to convince them, which is not what we want. Next up is expected outcomes. So I want confidence in using Google Ads to attract and acquire customers. That is what the person who goes through this entire course will be able to gain. Effectively, they're going to know how the course is structured, or they're going to know how the ads are structured, what the theories, the philosophies by why I've done the things that I've done and the way that I've done them. And they're going to build these campaigns alongside doing the course. So as you're going through, you're going to be learning the things that are going to help you optimize the campaigns as you go through it. So course curriculum is a reminder. Week 1, what we're in right now, is what we call Google Ads Launch. It's foundational principles of Google Ads, the hierarchies, campaigns, ad groups, keywords, why you should create campaigns one way versus another, what campaigns there are, which ones are applicable for which industries, things like that. Go to Google Ads Hub on School, so school.com/Google-Ads-Hub, and you'll get the free resources there. There's a community of people that you can ask questions to. I do a Q&A on there a weekly basis at the moment. That may change, but it's a YouTube live stream. So I'll go on and for about 30 minutes on Mondays typically. You just come on, ask your questions in the chat, and I will answer them in real time for you. After you've got all those foundational principles and you're setting up your own campaigns, if you'd like some more help, you can go into week 2 of the course, which is ad creation. So we'll actually set up ads. We'll discuss the theories on why you should do them one way versus the other. We'll talk about landing pages. We'll talk about all that good stuff. Week 3, once there have been some impressions and some clicks, we're going to go into optimization. Now, nothing works unless you test it. And your theory on what you think might work might be completely wrong. I've been doing this for the better part of 14, 15 years now, and I'm still wrong on what ad copy or what landing page is going to perform the best. I'm usually pretty close because I've been doing this a long time and I know what works and what doesn't work. But at the same time, I still need to create 2 creatives, 2 ads, and split test them against each other to see which one actually performs better, because then we know for sure it's not what we think. One mistake that I've made in the past, which I'm sure you will make too, is creating ads that would appeal to you. Unless you're the target purchaser for that particular product, we want to create it for the market, for the people that are actually going to see the ads. Week 4 is advanced strategies, just further optimization effectively. Lots of different things we can do to make sure that you're performing as best you can. Nobody wants to waste money on advertising. You want to squeeze every last lead or sale out of every last dollar. And once you have enough data, 3 or 4 weeks in, that's when you'll be able to start to make these decisions. And then as you improve and as you optimize, it'll just trigger like, oh, maybe I could do this, maybe I could do that. And then as time goes on, you'll have better and better campaigns. Week 5 is scaling. So once you have successful keywords, successful campaigns that are actually getting the result that you want, so leads or sales or whatever you're trying to accomplish within Google Ads, then you can just double and triple down on those, diverting ad spend from campaigns that seem to be underperforming or not performing as much to these ones that are performing in a predictable way that we know is going to result in a sale or a lead or whatever it is that we're trying to accomplish. And then we can scale those up and get better and better results. So for those, you go to Google Ads Hub Premium on school.com/Google-Ads-Hub-Premium. There is a much more robust community there of people because it's a pay community. It's going to be a nominal charge, so check it out. But in that community, you have people who have paid to be in there that are learning Google Ads alongside you, that are sharing best practices, they're sharing ads, they're sharing the things that work. And I'll be doing Q&As there on a much more regular basis as well. So that is where you'll go for the further support if you choose to sign up for it. So how to get help and support. As I mentioned, the Google Ads Hub Premium community is where the full course is and the full community. So that would be one place. There's Q&A calls every week on the Google Ads Hub Premium. They're more frequent there. They're less frequent, of course, on the free one. And then, of course, the newsletter where I offer course updates 100% free. So make sure that you sign up on the newsletter. I'll often send stuff out there when I'm testing it as well, just like on the social media channels. So googleadshub.com/newsletter for important updates regarding this course. And we're at the summary. So the summary is, what are Google Ads? An online advertising platform by Google that shows search ads, display ads, video ads, and shopping ads. There's more, but those are the basics. It is a pay-per-click model where advertisers pay only when users click their ads. So when you search on Google and you see one that says sponsored near it, that is a Google ad. So if you view that, that costs the advertiser nothing. If you click that, it costs them whatever cost per click has been determined in the auction. So how it works, it's an auction system where your ads compete for placement based on bids and relevance. So placement is what position they are on the page, 1, 2, 3 downwards. Bid is the amount you're willing to pay per click as an advertiser, and relevance is how relevant is it to the person who's searching on Google. So again, let's do the XYZ widgets just because it's generic. So you search XYZ widgets and the ad says motor oil for sale. That's not relevant. That is not what you're looking for. You're not going to click that ad. But if it says XYZ widgets in Vancouver or XYZ widgets for an affordable price, and the ad says exactly what you searched with some information below that's exactly what you searched with a couple buttons on the ad that are different variations of XYZ widgets, one of them being the one that you're looking for, you're very likely to click that particular extension on the ad and then land on a landing page and potentially sign up as a lead or even make a purchase directly from that ad. That's relevance. So it's a gigantic market. 4 out of 5 searches online on search engines or on Google. It's more than 4 out of 5, but we're being conservative. 4 out of 5 searches. If you're listening to this, you're somebody who searches on Google just like the rest of us. So more than 4 out of 5 worldwide searches on the internet are done on Google. It's just simply too big of a stat to ignore. It is the reason I started with Google Ads. I played around with Bing ads. I've done that for quite a while as well as Facebook ads. I keep coming back to the biggest market. If you can solve this puzzle, if you can learn how to do this on Google Ads, you're going to have complete and utter abundance in your business. Cost control is super important. You can set daily or monthly budgets to ensure you only spend what you want. So that's a really powerful part of Google as well, Google Ads. As I said, I put a daily budget. So $100 a day, $50, $20, $1,000, whatever you choose per day, you know you're going to average that per day over a 7, 14, or 30-day period. So it allows you to know exactly what your advertising budget's going to be. And then the cool thing is you actually have the data within Google Ads of either lead signups, app downloads, phone calls to your business, or even direct purchases. You can know what your return on ad spend is, which is a really key metric as well. So let's say you spend $10 per lead or $10 per click or whatever it happens to be. Let's do a nice generic one. So let's say a click costs $1, takes 100 clicks for a lead. A lead is $100 per lead, let's say, and it takes 10 of them to get a sale. So it's $1,000 for a sale, but your product is $5,000. That means your return on investment is 5 times. 1,000 per sale, 5,000 in revenue, incredible. If there's enough search volume for that keyword, you just keep throwing money at that. It turns every dollar into $5. I would pull that VLT machine over and over. I think you would too. Google Ads scales. Once you optimize a successful campaign, you can simply turn the new client faucet on by upping your budget, knowing your cost to acquire a client. This is super powerful too. So there's a reason that you start foundationally and then you start to do ad creation and optimization is you don't really know what's going to work. Like I know I have a good idea of foundationally what's going to work, but I still need to test. Once I've tested for enough weeks or enough months, depending on the size of the campaign and the scale of it, then once I know what works, I'll start diverting resources and ad spend from the ones that are underperforming and just throwing it all at the key 1 or 2 or 3 that are performing really well and that I know what my return on investment is. Like I said, if there was a machine you could put $1 into and it spit out $10 every time, I would stand in front of that machine all day and put dollars into it, and I think you probably would too. So go to googleleadshub.com/testimonial and leave a testimonial, win special prizes. If you feel like you're getting value out of this course and you'd like to pay it forward, go there. It really helps out the algorithm of people searching online, and I would really appreciate it if you did that. I love quotes. I feel like if somebody said it better already, you might as well just pair onto that. So this is Richard Branson, the founder of Virgin Atlantic, as well as Virgin Galactic, a bunch of multi-billion-dollar companies. You don't learn to walk by following rules. You learn by doing and by falling over. So I think that quote is apropos and very relevant to this part of the course. You're probably either in the early stages of exploring Google Ads or you've done it and you want to improve. And it's a little scary. You're not sure sort of how this is going to work. If it's too complicated, just do it. Just start doing the thing and you will learn as you go. Waiting until something is perfect causes you to do nothing. There's a phrase that I really like called kill the perfectionist. Even when I'm creating these slides for this particular presentation, I at a certain point, I just need to finalize it, start recording, and the creativity and everything will flow. If you've chosen a path in life that you're actually passionate about and that you like, eventually it will just flow. You'll as you do it, you'll learn, where the ins and the outs are and where the philosophies are. So great quote by Richard Branson. I really appreciate you taking the time to listen. I really appreciate you just doing something new, either something new or trying to improve something that you're already doing and improve that skill. Nothing happens without action. So let's get to work. I really appreciate you taking the time. Let's go.